What is going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be testing out these Tituses, which as of right now is literally probably about every single Titus on the workshop. We're going to be putting all of them to the test. I'm going to be looking at each of them, and I'm going to say at the end which one I like more. The one on the far right doesn't count, but these do. Anyway, so with all that said, let's go ahead and just jump straight into the video. Alright, so as you can see here, we have 4 Tituses. If you guys don't know what the Titus is a tornado intercept vehicle from the movie Into the Storm, and it's a very interesting movie. I really like it. So yeah, that's what these vehicles are from. And just visually looking here, between these 3, I think realistically, this one on the left is probably the most accurate, how you say. This one right here, however, looks pretty good. It is actually the exact same as the one on the left, just a little bit different, as I believe it is an earlier version of the Titus, or so I believe. And this is very, very large. Reminds me of my first Dominators, actually. So yeah, this is definitely interesting. And if we come over here, we have my Titus, which I just made. So you guys can go ahead and download this on the workshop. It took me about a week to make this dang thing, but it's finally here. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. So yeah, this is all the builds we're going to be doing today. So we'll start off with the one that was on the far left. This one is made by Chase the Racer. He's a good friend of mine, and he was the first one to make this version of the Titus. I possibly, correct me if I'm wrong, but possibly the first Titus ever in STORMWORKS. So this thing has gone through many updates, but I'd say this looks pretty realistic. So I really like this. So let's just go ahead and see what we got. So we do have the outriggers here. They've got nice little stripes on them. And then we have these doors, the nice gull wings. And we have some buttons up here. We have the turret slash IMAX. We got some cameras here, or I guess monitors. And we also have our digital cinema camera in the back for recording the tornadoes. We have our wind, rain, and temperature, so we're definitely going to want that. Looks like that we also have some monitors back here, and then we have a welding torch, some medical kits, and then a fire extinguisher. So I'd say this is pretty good. And we also have a winch in the upper controls here. We have the steering and throttle. It is combustion powered, so we can drive it just like a normal car in STORMWORKS. So that is pretty cool. We can also deploy it. Let's go ahead and check out this deployment animation. Alright, that's pretty cool. That's actually a really sick animation. There we go. So as you can see, they the outriggers, they go out and then they shoot into the ground. So then they'll anchor you in up to 170 plus mile per hour winds. But we're gonna go ahead and test that. Alright, so now that we have the Titus parked, we're gonna go ahead and deploy. Just like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our tornado. So now with our tornado spawning, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the turret so I can get a 360-degree view of around us and see what the winds are. So we should be pretty good. You can see the tornado touching down right up there. We're not touching down, but I guess coming down to touchdown. There it is. And the tornado is now on the ground. The winds are 210, 220, 223. So that is definitely a thing. We seem to be surviving though. Seems to be going pretty well. Got the tornado going back that way. And I think the tornado is now dying. Rotate the turret back into position. And we're good. Didn't seem as if we got any damage. So yeah, I think we survived. So now what do I rate this build out of 10? I rate this thing a solid 9.9. So yeah, I really like this Titus. This thing definitely gets a win because it survived. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the second one. Alright, so moving on to the second Titus on this list. It looks a lot like Chase's, however, it seems to be a little different with there being no taillights, no rear bumper, and the turret being quite different. But yeah, all that aside, this thing should work and it should survive in a tornado. Looks like I'm gonna have to teleport in here. Whoa! And we've rolled. Alright, well, with a slight setback, instead of having buttons here, we have some cameras so we can see the positions. And then we also have the turret up here. So that's pretty good. So we got ourselves some cameras here too. So we're gonna go ahead and deploy. Let's see, outriggers, there we go. They go out and then shoot into the ground. Alright, now that we have our tornadoes spawned in and coming at us, I'm gonna go ahead and move up into the back. I'm gonna look at our cameras here. This one's probably my favorite camera. It's coming in. Titus is starting to squat a little bit. Or is it? It's already touched down. It's behind us. Well, the outriggers seem to be bending a little bit. And the rear half of the vehicle is kind of lifted up. Now it's starting to lift up the front. But other than that, I think we're surviving. I don't think you could last in it for very long without infinite electric being on, but nevertheless, you still can survive inside of a tornado. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the third vehicle. Alright, so this is the third Titus. Definitely the biggest of the four. And it looks like we have some sliding doors to get in and out of the vehicle. Oh, they're not sliding. Okay, they're little like they're hatches. Okay, that's pretty cool. We have our turret. We can rotate around inside of our seat. It's pretty cool. We got our up here. We have hazard lights, which work. We have our horn. And we have throttle lever. Not entirely sure what that does. That seems to raise and lower our spikes, so that's pretty cool. That seems to anchor them. And then we got some lights. Got a heater in here, don't know where that is. Maybe under my seat. And then we have the spotlights on top, so yeah, let's go ahead and see if this thing can survive a tornado. Alright, with the tornado spawning now like right above my head, I'm gonna lower the legs, and then I'm gonna go ahead and anchor down. I'm gonna go ahead and move back into the turret. Oh, the vehicle kind of came out of the ground. Uh-oh. Oh no. We are now in the air. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Well, with the vehicle currently flying around and me about to die, possibly, and me not able to get into the front seat, oh, we are on our roof. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Well, we survived, so there we go. So now, let's go ahead and move on to the fourth vehicle. I about just died. Alright, so now we have the fourth Titus. And this was created by me, and I'm very proud of how this came out, actually. So as you can see, it is the Titus from Into the Storm. We have some imperfections in the paintwork here. It is kind of dirty all over. We have some rust starting to show through on where the cameras are mounted. And then we also have the fuel port here. We have the back end with the license plate, the shark, and the Oklahoma, or I guess OK. And then here in the back we have our gas can, and then our anemometer, humidity sensor, and then our rain sensor. So yeah, this thing should be able to survive a tornado, but it hasn't gone through a whole lot of testing, so we'll have to find out. If you guys want to download any of these vehicles in this video, go ahead and check the description. I will have links for them. So here in the back of my Titus, we have some monitors, which I actually have to start the vehicle to do that. But there we go. Now we have some cameras. So we have the tire views. If we hop in here into the turret and then go in free cam, you can actually see another camera appears, and it is the turret camera mounted on the side. So yeah, we should be pretty good. Alright, well, I heard a tornado is spawning, so we're gonna go ahead and deploy the Titus. We're gonna drop it down and anchor it into the ground, just like that. And as you can see, my spikes go a little bit further past how far they're supposed to pivot outwards, just like the real Titus. So, alright, looks like we got 223 miles per hour. So we seem to be doing pretty good. Seem to be handling just fine so far. Hang on. Hang on. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah! I'm burning. My Titus caught on fire. That's not good. Also, a little something I decided to add is if you look inside the turret. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and click that. Now, if you thought that was it, we have one more Titus to review, and it is Robinson's Titus. So he made a Titus in STORMWORKS. He is the YouTuber who made me my channel intro, so thank you, Rob. And we're going to be seeing if his Titus will survive a tornado. So this one looks pretty good. My opinion, it looks better than the chunkier one, for sure. Got some supplies, which would have been nice for my Titus just a couple seconds ago. And then in here, we have the gull-wing doors, which mine does not have. Because the Titus is like a sideways gull-wing door, but whatever. We have the turret. We're able to rotate. Got the camera mounted on the side. Looks like we also have some supplies in here that we might need. And this one is electric. So it is environmentally friendly. Definitely love to see that. Now we're going to go ahead and see if we can survive a tornado. Alright, we're going to go ahead and deploy the airbags. And, oh, there's the deployment button. I was like, oh no, I might be screwed, which I probably still am. Oh. 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 Come on. Re-anchor. Yeah. Well, we weren't able to deploy all the way due to user error, but we were able to deploy, so here we go. We are bouncing like crazy. Something that is cool to note about this build is that the spikes extend. Haven't seen that yet on any of the builds. Uh-oh. I think we're good. Alright, well, with all that said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. These were some very cool Tituses. I rate Chases, like I said, 9.9 out of 10. I rate a solid 9 out of 10. I rate the chunkier Titus, probably a 7. I'll give it a 7. My Titus, 9.8. I'll give it a 9.8. And Rob's, I will give a solid 9. So, one thing, however, that did happen during the intercept is our spike is a little warped into the ground. So, we're not even warped into the ground, actually. It's warped into itself. So, alright, that's definitely interesting. So yeah, with all that said, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. This was a very fun video to make. And of course, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And yeah, we'll see y'all later in another video. Make sure to comment and leave a like. Bye guys.